were talking about, hey, let's move as a positive approach, especially the scene and hey, if those who just on that negative mindset all the time, just leave them behind, And so
they're dead to me, bro. They're fucking dead to me. I don't care anymore.
For me, my purpose is about the new generation, how to develop them, and help them, assist them, And so I'm on the same wavelength with you, bro. I got no time for politics. It should be about the next generation, always, first and foremost, And we're here to
always
help in any way that we can, And so honestly, I don't have to do this. You know what I'm saying? What it's 8:00 here. I could have been, out in the pool chilling or something, or go work out, train, but it's like
1 second, young man. It's 1 o'clock here in the morning.
Yeah, these are needed conversation, and hopefully once I share this and once I put this on YouTube, everybody will share it, and so so we can get the new generation feed into what we're about, which is more of a proactive approach, more solution based, rather than that same old. So
over it, man. I'm over it.
Youth Olympics, bro. The platform is yours. Let's talk about it, man.
Let's talk about it. Let me go back.
When is it?
Because it starts before the Youth Olympic Games, okay?
Okay.
So, a long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away, there was all these events, right? The Cross will back me up with this, because he's right on this thing, right? So all these events were all competing with each other, like stupid, toxic people arguing about which event's the best and all that, whatever else, right?
Mm-hmm.
But all taking a little bit of, inspiration from each other's events,
right.
Yeah?
Right.
But we're talking about the big events, UK Champs, IBE, Freestyle Session, all of them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Eventually R16 appeared and stuff started to happen, right? So at some point, these guys just kept seeing each other at each other's events, and it's just like, well, I'm cutting the story down real short here, but basically, he's just like, yeah, why don't we just work together? Share costs on stuff and whatever else. So in 2007, R16, the biggest promoters of that time decided to form an alliance, I guess you'd call it. Yeah? Why not?
Why not?
Let's form an alliance. Let's try and move shit forward together. Yeah?
Proactive.
So be proactive. Instead of fighting with each other or whatever else, let's do that shit, all right? And I just want to mention right here and right now, because people keep changing the fucking story because they're all little lying bitches, but Erwin was invited to that event and he was there. And he never came to the meeting. So when people run around saying that Erwin wasn't there or wasn't invited or whatever else, stop fucking lying, man. Right? Everybody was, all the major guys were invited, and they met and they decided to move forward, and the Undisputed was born. The Undisputed group was born, right?
Right.
The Undisputed name and all that is Hooch's idea.
Mm-hmm.
He came up with that name, right?
Okay.
So we formed a judges group, which consisted of myself, Storm, Dizzy, again with the fucking stories, all right? He was in the original group.
Okay.
Rox Wright, Lamine, Neek, Ying, who did the Kozen system. A guy named Drosha from Russia was sort of involved as well. But there was a bunch of us. I can't even remember. Maybe 10 people, right? So the judges committee, we had like a judges committee and you had promoters committee. that would decide on the direction of certain things. We would just decide what system we were going to use and keep an eye out who were good judges and whatever else, right?
Right.
Then we had a vote on what system we were going to use, whether it was going to be Cozen or whether it was going to be the OWL system. There was a vote, a fair vote. Dizzy got 0 votes. There was no funny business or anything. It was a fair vote of what we wanted to move forward with, which was the Cozen system.
Right.
Okay? Because we already, a few of us had issues with the whole hour system and whatever else. I'm not going to go into all that malarkey because it's fucking ancient history. But we had a vote. The vote was fair, and we decided on the Cozen system, right? At some point, maybe Neek and Jing got busy or something, I don't know. We had to develop a new system, right? So it was going to be a mixture of Cozen and I guess to some degree the hour system in terms of having criteria or whatever else, right? So we literally worked on this system since 2013 or something, maybe 12.
Right.
And over the years, it was developing. We kept working on it. People dropped off the judges committee because it's a lot of fucking work, right? And a lot of it is abstraction. And unless you're used to working with systems and all that kind of stuff, it just makes no sense. Do you know what I mean? You're working with super abstract concepts and trying to do weird shit, right? Okay, so we did the system. The system was probably finished around 14 or 15, maybe, I don't know. Yeah. So then it was just a case of we're going to start implementing our judges system, right?
What's the system called again?
And 8. Actually, it's called the Trivium. And 8 is just the interface, but the system's called the Trivium, right? So it was worked on by myself, Storm, one of the guys in my crew called Gabs, and then various contributions of different people over the years, like Lamine, Roxright, Neek, Dizzy, and whoever else, right? Like, it's not mine and Storm's work. It is a joint work from lots of people. We just refined what it became. Do you know what I mean? Because we're used to work with abstractions and stuff like that, right? So, anyway, then there was this thing with the Olympics coming about, which I didn't care about. Like, it's just some next thing. I don't care, right?
Right.
And then I was contacted by someone who there's a b-boy called Steady from the UK.
Okay.
So props to him. Someone approached him about getting involved, and he said, if you want to talk to somebody, you should talk to Kev, right? Because Kev knows about judging systems and all this kind of malarkey. Do you know what I mean? And then the guy approached me, and at the same time in Switzerland, there was stuff happening over there, and they approached Storm. Just coincidentally, like nobody knew, but coincidentally, I was approached from the UK, and Storm was approached from that side, right?
Right.
And they wanted to work with us because of all the backlash, I guess, that was happening online. Regardless, they approached us. They wanted to work with us. They wanted to find out about the system. So then a whole load of stuff happened, and we started working with them and advising them. And then somehow I was assigned to work the judges system with Storm, but we already had a system. So we just made a subset of the system that we already had. They were happy with it. There was lots of debates, and some people in some organizations weren't happy with it and whatever else. Right. I don't care. Whatever happened, we're here, we're where we are today. Do you know what I'm saying? My only incentive for working with the Olympic Games, apart from agreeing with their ethos in principle, is that in the future, it can provide jobs for people. Because if it happens like I would hope it would happen, you're going to need physiotherapists. You're going to need nutritionists. You're going to need fitness instructors. You're going to need cultural ambassadors. You're going to need dance teachers. You're going to need curriculums, syllabuses. You're going to need people to design those things as well, right? So you're going to need computer bots, and you're going to need lighting and cameramen and audio men and all of this stuff that right now, for example, if you take an event like Red Bull, it's outsourced to people who are not in our scene. There would now be an option for people to get work in our scene. Because if they want a photographer, they go to Little Shao, who's from our scene. They don't go to some photographer who's famous. Do you know what I'm saying? If they want videographers, they go to Stance or they go to Yak or whoever else, people from in our scene. So it provides work for people in our scene. Right? If you want to go and get funding from some local council or government body, and you can say, yeah, what we want to do is train kids for the Olympics.
Right.
The likelihood of you getting funding is going to increase.
Right.
Now, you can say that and then train them in the cultural side of the art form as well, right? That's up to you. Ain't no one going to come and check. As long as you give them the Olympic winners or whatever else. But the whole platform changes everything, or could change everything. We don't die if it happens, and we don't die if it doesn't happen.
Right.
But it can add value to what we do.
Right.
Right? And that's all this is about. How do you add value to what you do? Whether it's cultural value or financial, economic value.
Everybody got that.
That's what the Olympics is.
Yeah, I agree, bro. I mean, I see the vision, you know. I mean, I see the vision, you know. Yeah,
I mean, it doesn't harm or hurt, and it doesn't matter if the Olympics happens and it's great and more work comes out of it, then great. And if it doesn't, then we're still in the same fucking dumb place we've always been.
Right.
You know, like we have to find another avenue to provide these things. Because a lot of people give up because there is nothing here. What do you do after battling, bro? Judge. Like, what are you talking about? Is that a job? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, one day I want to be a Breakin judge.
That shouldn't be the career path.
What are you talking about?
That shouldn't be the career path. So let's get that straight for new generation. That shouldn't be a career path.
No.
Be a B-boy and then be a Breakin judge. You would never own a house. Being a B-boy judge. You know what I'm saying?
Like, is that a job?
Right.
Get out of here. Yeah. And, like, you think about this for a second, right? Like, my crew's quite big. And I have 2 doctors in there, a physiotherapist, maybe 2 or 3 physiotherapists in there, a games designer in there, a barber in there who's hustling work at Jams, right? To cut hair. So all of these skills, where are they meant to go? They have to go back into the scene.
Yep.
They have to. It has to become a self-sustaining scene. And you don't get that from bitter old men. You get that from whether it's corporations or governmental bodies or whatever it is. That's how you survive in this world, man. That's how you pay your bills. That's how you feed your kids. Not through well wishes and yeah, I'm real. Like, take a seat, guys. And most of those, I mean, I've been here for a long time, Ty. Most of those real guys, I don't see them. Where do you even exist anymore? How real were you if I don't even see you anymore? Right. You break in your basement or something. It's just like, that's super real. Considering this is meant to be a community thing, right? Where are you? Who are you teaching? Where are your fucking students? Right. Why am I not seeing them anywhere? Why am I not seeing the produce of your work?
Yeah, I agree with you, bro. I mean...
You know? Except that there's some words that you smoked some people 20 years ago or whenever. You're like, okay, that's pretty dope. What are you doing today? Are you still hot? I'm ripped right now. I'm fucking ripped. Oh yeah, when I was 25, I had a 6-pack. You know, like, oh great, and now you're fat. You know what I mean? Like, oh, how about now? Are people gonna keep looking at pictures of when they were hot from 25 years ago? You know, like, it makes no sense, man. Like, maintain your greatness. That's the message, man. Like, maintain your fucking greatness, man. I don't want to see pictures of 20 years ago when you were hot. I want to see pictures of you now and see that you aged gracefully. And then think, yo, when he was 21, he must have been fucking burning.
I feel you.
You know? Maintain, bro.
I just feel like, I don't know. It's just a weird ecosystem that we have within the scene, right? And it's always like that. It's like there's people that trying to move it forward, but then there's always this group of people that have that crab barrel mentality. You know what I'm saying? Because
but that's natural, man. I mean, Bill Gates faced that. Elon Musk faced that. But they kept going.
Yeah.
Everybody that's trying to make shit happen is going to face that, right?
Right.
And it's completely natural for it to be like that in our scene, right? Like, I've got nothing against all these guys that are hating or whatever else. I don't care about them. That must really annoy them. They have zero influence on anything I'm doing, bro. They're not even part of my breaking world.
Right.
It's about providing work for people. It's that simple, man. Like in Argentina, in 2 days when I go, it's like Moy is an ambassador. AT is an ambassador. Legs is an ambassador. They're ambassadors, man. You can put these people in front of media and cameras and all this sort of stuff, and they're not going to talk shit. And they'll put it sounds weird, but it's just like, it's a face of respectability on what we do. Like, you have to look at how the world looks at what you do.
Exactly,
You have to.
Exactly.
You don't have people going there like, oh, like, you wouldn't do that. That's like that. Is it Duck something? Some program that used to be on television? That white dude, redneck guy from out in the woods. What's his name? DuckTales or something? I don't know. I don't even watch television. But, you know, we have to have proper representatives talking and people saying, yes, this is good for the youth. Because it is, like, it's saved many lives, man.
I feel you,
and
bro.
it still has a function in society. Even though there's all these other things out there, like, you know, whether it's crump or gaming, like other dance forms or gaming, or I don't know what the latest fashions are, I'm too old. But all of these things that keep kids out of trouble, this is another one of them that's still relevant today.
Yeah.
Right?
I would love.
If we supposedly love our culture, why would we not want that to also have a place?
Right.
People that diss the Olympics, what are they doing?
Right.
Like, what alternative are you providing that you can say, don't do the Olympics, do this? If you haven't got anything,
don't say nothing. That's what I'm saying. You got
don't speak, man.
Yo, shouts to Katsu. Yo, big shout to Katsu and his team to put on the Japan, right?
Yo, JDSF killed it.
Yeah.
Katsu, Narumi killed it.
Yeah.
Super dope. I mean, Katsu's another one. You want to test Katsu on B-boying? He smacked the shit out of you.
I feel
but at the same time,
that's my brother.
He's super professional, bro. He's super professional.
Professional.
I see dude in a suit.
Yeah. Exactly, bro. That's how we get down. Katsu, that's like, even though we're not blood brothers, bro, that's my brother. You know what I mean?
Tyquan, we have to be able to operate in every world, man. Really.
Yep. Exactly. And Katsu, man, he's professional. Same time, See him on the floor, it's gonna be a problem. You know what I'm saying? You know, he'll give you some rounds. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, same for you, Charles. Charles is opening the school. I mean, all of these things, they're all possible.
Mm-hmm.
Once you start opening the doors, they're all possible, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, whether it's Monster, whether it's Red Bull, whether it's some Olympic committee guys, whether it's... I saw people supporting that McDonald's jam in New York. Nobody was saying shit about that.
Exactly, bro.
You know, it's like, well, how are you going to be so choosy about who you diss? Which corporations you diss? You know what I'm saying? Like, don't like do that. Don't be double faced, man.
Yeah, just bipolar.
Do that shit, man. Like, if you don't support that shit, don't support any of them.
Mm-hmm.
Or support all of them. Do you know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, I mean, and we talking about the Youth Olympics here, bro. It's opportunity for the youth. You know what I'm saying? Like, why? What's so negative about that? Like, I don't.
Do you know what it is? You know what it is, Ty? It's fucking first world privileges, mate. Because all those people from those third world countries, they're not even hearing that shit.
Right.
It's all these little American kids, you know, little privileged, mollycoddled, nice 2x4 houses. It's like, oh, you're so cute. Yeah, it might be in the hood, but you don't know hood unless you've been to fucking South Africa or fucking Cali, you know, big Colombia. Like, hey,
you know what?
Shut up, man.
That's another topic, but we...
You know, like, shut up, you know? Like, a couple of my boys watching right now are from South Africa. You go down there. Like, shut up, man. Olympics and them things is a way out for them to feed their families.
Mm-hmm.
For some of you, it might be a choice. For them, it's a way to feed their families, man.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know, like, don't talk about it unless you can offer an alternative, one that works. Talking about winning competitions or smoking people in a circle, like that feeds your family. Like, that's part of the culture. It's not the only part of the culture.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's definitely not the only part of being a man in this fucking world or a woman. Providing for yourself and your family is the first thing you should fucking be concerned about.
Right.
The other stuff is cherry on top, mate.
Mm-hmm.
And if you can do it, doing your passion, even better.
Right.
I didn't spend the last 35 years being committed to this culture for some idiots to put me off. Not gonna happen, man.
Mm-hmm.
Not gonna happen. Stop complaining. Start producing. Start doing. Start maintaining. If you can't do it anymore, like I would say I can't break as I'd like to, then fucking teach.
Mm-hmm.
You want to see me? Look at my students.
Mm-hmm.
It's enough for me. It's enough.
So
it might not be enough for someone else. It's enough for me.
So let me ask you about the Youth Olympics. Within the team, there's different groups, right, that make up the whole team, correct?
What do you mean?
Like, there's the judges panel, and there's different.
Yeah.
There's different department that make up the whole group, correct?
Yeah, in some way, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And
like, you know, they'll have like a media team, right? Of course.
Mm-hmm.
And then like myself and Storm are like the head judges, and then we've got like Moy, Katsu, Crazy Legs, Narumi, AT, J Skills. They're our judges.
Can you elaborate more? Because maybe people don't know. Okay, explain what's head judges and what's, you know. That's the thing. I want to provide this.
We design the system.
So we get the nitty gritty. So instead of gossip, you know what I'm saying? So.
Well, we design the system, the judges system.
Okay.
Right? So I guess that's how we became head judges. I don't choose these jobs, you know.
Right.
People just assign them to me, bro. Mm-hmm. Like, when I do commentary for Red Bull or a DJ for this guy or a judge for that, I don't beg nobody for work, you know.
Right.
People hit me up and they say, Kev, we want you to do this.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, we respect your work. Like some kids from Czech Republic, mm-hmm.
They
had a choice. They had enough money to bring one person in, right? And they decided to bring me. Why? Because they read some stuff I wrote and I make sense and whatever. I don't need to be a famous b-boy to get work as a judge, bro.
Right.
That's for peasants, man. They respect what's here, which is where you're judging from.
Yeah, I agree.
Simple, right? So somehow I ended up being head judge with Storm. Well, obviously because we did the system. And then it was a case of looking around and seeing who's good ambassadors and who's, you know, I mean, J Skills is a great choice, man. She's doing a grassroots event.
Yeah.
I think she's a good judge. She's a female, of course. You know, so we had to have a nice balance because the Olympic, that's the part of the ethos. Then it was great to have Narumi because, again, she's a fucking great ambassador.
AT.
Female.
AT.
Same. AT. Like, these people they're the real deal, man. You know, there's no turkeys in that judges group.
Yeah, I mean,
you know?
that's another thing. Like, if you look at the judges, oh, come on, you got Moy, right?
They're official, man. They're official.
Yeah, you can't say.
And of course, it can't be everybody. Like, this is the beginning. This is like a prototype. This is a try everybody, you know? And it can't be like all of the pioneers and all this kind of stuff. Like, it just doesn't, the world doesn't work like that, man. It just doesn't work like that, bro. I'm sorry, you know? Like, maybe one day everybody can work. But that's not now. For now, we have to make sure the right people are there so that in the future everybody can work. That's how the world works.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
It's just building that infrastructure, that ecosystem.
Just building an infrastructure. Like when I formed Mavericks or whatever, and you're gonna get an invite to a battle, am I gonna send my B team? No, I'm not. I'm gonna send my A team, and then one day the B team can also have a go. Right?
Yeah.
And you filter it so that maybe it's 4 A team and 1 B team, and then 3 A team and 2 B team, or whatever you have to do, right? So you send your best ambassadors, make a good impression, hope that it happens, and then you can start to get the people who are maybe not as articulate or a little bit less professional or whatever else. But the work filters down. It doesn't filter up. It doesn't work like that.
Right. Yeah.
It doesn't work like that. You know? So
we got the judges, right?
Yes.
And so who else?
And that's where my interest ends.
Okay. Like,
that's it for me.
Right.
I only care about a judges system in our scene. That's all I've cared about since I started judging. I've been judging competitions for 20 years, guys. Hello, everyone. Maybe you didn't notice because your head was up your ass. But I've been judging major competitions for 20 years. I didn't appear last year.
So let's touch base on that, right? I came from a sport background, right? Like I said, you know, I was a football player trying to get out from the street. That's the way for me to cope, what have you. And so within a football, like the coach, our head coach, isn't necessarily like the best football player, right?
Doesn't have to be.
Smart up here, right? He knows what plays to call. He knows how to develop us. He knows the different plays, and he's just smart, right? And so he make all the right decision based on his analysis, right? You know, we have video days. He'll just watch video how we perform, and he just know like, hey, you got to work on this and this and that third, right? And so for me,
he played the game, right? He played the game before,
huh?
He played the game at some level, right?
Of course, at some level, but he's not like the best, right? He's not the.
You don't have to be.
You know, like, yeah, exactly. But he's smart. Just like every NFL, look at the NFL team today, right? I mean, look at the Patriots, right? Belichick, like, he's not the craziest football player, but yo, that dude, as a head coach, he's smart. That's how he was able to.
How about Castamato? Was he ever world champion?
What do you mean? Like a football player?
D'Amato, who trained Mike Tyson.
Yeah,
because I saw someone when people come at me with their bullshit, it's always like they try to pretend that all I've ever done is just attend jams. So I've seen Breakin, but that doesn't mean anything. It's just like, guys, I've trained fucking world champions. Sit your ass down. Mm-hmm. When you can train world champions, then come and talk to me.
Right. And that's the thing. Like
I've trained fucking world champions. Shut the fuck up.
I feel like
in multiple styles.
This guy
in multiple styles. Huh?
I was like, I got a print screen that part. You was like,
yo, that's ridiculous. I've trained world champions in multiple styles. Don't tell me I can't judge. That doesn't make sense. You're an idiot. You're a fucking idiot.
Right. Yeah. Right? I feel like it's a skill set, right? Judging is a skill set. Just like breaking is a skill set. Judging is a skill set. Like, it is. You know, so...
I was teaching.
I seen you judge before, and every time you make a call, I'm like, you know, he's consistent, right? So I'd rather have you judge than a first generation B-boy judge. Straight up. You know what I'm saying? Like, straight up. You know, I'd rather have somebody like you than somebody who just is a dope at breaking, but don't know how to judge. You get what I'm trying to say?
You know what? I'd prefer to have me than someone that's just turning up for the check. Because I fucking give a shit. I don't do it for the money. Mm-hmm. I don't do it to sit in a celebrity chair because I don't give a shit. Because being a celebrity in breaking is fuck all to me. Like, who gives a shit? And I don't do it for the money.
Because you have a purpose. and that's a message to the new generation is you gotta have that purpose, man. You going for the wrong thing in life, like being, I want to be a celebrity. I want to be the center of attention, and I want to do it just for the money. Oh man, once, like you said earlier, once that crash, you got nothing left.
Done. You're done, bro.
You're gonna be very, you
are done.
Hateful, just like a lot of these OGs.
Yeah, and
because there was high at one point.
I've helped loads of OGs get jobs before, loads of them off the record. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I don't make no big deal about it or whatever else, but. It's just like, nobody can act like I'm just out here trying to get mine for me. I don't need it, guys. I don't need your fucking $500. Stick up your ass. Mm-hmm. Don't need your stupid money. I give a shit about judging, or else I wouldn't be working on a judges system. Who else is doing that shit?
Right.
Man, is this guy in there pointing left, right, and tie. They don't give a shit. They forget the jam the next day. Mm-hmm. They don't care. I'm out here trying to make something that makes sense for the future. How are you going to train people if you don't have a judges system? Doesn't make sense.
I agree.
People just doing random shit and people just judging random ways. Now, whether it works or not, I don't know. If it's perfect or not, I don't know. Who knows? But at least I'm out here fucking doing something while you're sitting on your ass crying about me. I don't give a shit.
This guy.
Because they're bums, man. Who cries about another man? Who cries about what another man's earning or doing? I don't know any men that do that. Yo, I didn't grow up in that kind of environment.
You a character, man.
I don't know which environment they grew up in, where you cry about what another man's earning. Did your dad come home crying about what his boss was earning? Like, be a man.
And the truth is, a lot of these elders, man, they don't own nothing, bro. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Like, nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah, bro. Like,
and you know what?
Breaking, their life is like, what do you have, bro?
But Ty, you know, this is fine. This is absolutely fine, right? Not everybody can be a success. Mm-hmm. Not everybody can make shit happen. But don't come for me when you're below me. Mm-hmm. No way. Mm. No fucking way. You ain't coming for me from a place of weakness. No way. I will fucking clown you.
Right.
all day and enjoy it because I'm a bit of a dick.
At the end of the day, it's hip hop, right?
It's hip-hop, man. Keep crying about me and I'll make you cry more.
I'm gonna come for you.
if I upset you for doing, I'm gonna do 10 times more, bro.
Right. I feel you.
Because that's the spirit of the hood.
Right. Exactly. That competitiveness.
Competitive. That's my nature of competitiveness.
Yeah.
Not to smoke people. I don't care about smoking people, bro.
Yeah. Exactly.
Who cares about that? Doesn't pay my bills.
Right.
What makes me happy is fucking doing good.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And I don't mean like doing well for myself. I mean doing good in the world and making a fucking difference.
Basically adding value.
Adding value. And all the people on here I see that know me, they can fucking verify it. 110%.
Mm-hmm.
Every last one of them.
Yo, shouts to everybody that's joining this live stream. And again, this is a conversation, I'm just providing a platform to show a different perspective, of all the hatefulness that's going on. And again, it comes back to that purpose, right? I don't have to do this, right? No one's paying me, no one's paying Renegade. I didn't pay Renegade to get on this. I'm sure it's about 2:00 in the morning there. It's 9 p.m. You know what I mean? And so we just doing this just to have a conversation, to go in on the truth and nothing but the truth, and not just based off pride and all that bullshit that's going on. I gotta post my Facebook to go at somebody else, and it's like, man.
They added nothing to the conversation. They added nothing to any conversation, man.
So for me, it's just provide this platform for new generation, because in a way, MZK have a big platform, right? And I want the new generation that's on our platform that's gonna watch this to see, last conversation I had with Poe was great. The same approach. Hey, proactive, solution based. Same thing here. The message is solution-based, proactive. Let's stop all the negativity. The only time you can be competitive.
You can't stop the negativity. You have to balance it out.
Right. Yeah. But what I'm saying is, for the new generation is their approach, right? For them, I'm sure they're going to have some ups and downs in their life, but they got to approach it more proactive, positive mindset. You know what I mean? Because being self-hate and that negative mindset would never, it's going to be ended up with that same mindset as these, elders, you know what I mean? And so, this is why I provide this platform, just to bring different people on that have, a voice in the scene, just trying to change the mindset, trying to move that mindset to more that growth aspect. So I want to thank you everybody for joining, and everybody that's going to watch this later on when I shared it and on YouTube once I upload it. But we need these type of conversation, because sometimes we just ignore it, right? We just but we need to address it. In order to address it, we got to talk about it. One thing I heard they're saying is let's keep it factual, right? That storm or you guys kind of stopped the U.S. from being part of the Olympics. So let's talk about that, right? And it's out there, that gossip of
storm. Of course, I saw it.
Right? Am I right? That's that gossip that's going out, you're
that's not gossip, bro. That is completely insane.
Right. It's just to the next level, man.
Who even believes something like that? It doesn't even make sense when everybody knows.
So facts is the U.S. team, the U.S. Youth Olympic team, already have a limit of how many members can be part of the
75 representatives can go.
So
right?
they already have these representatives. So whoever.
No, wait. Let me just say how it works, right?
Okay.
So you have 75 athletes that you can send. to represent your country, right? Your nation. Are you going to send the people from some thing that you don't even know if it's sport or art? They're arguing amongst themselves. There's crazy people just attacking the Olympics and that. Are you actually going to go out of your way and say, yeah, we're going to hold 2 spots for these bums?
Right.
No, you're not.
Right.
You're going to go with the traditional sports and make sure you can secure those medals, right? Of course you're going to do that. What the hell does that have to do with Storm?
Yeah, man.
How did that equation even come out of someone's ass?
I
It
don't
doesn't
know,
make sense.
bro. And see, that's the thing. Now, I want to have this chat is because I want to get the facts out. You know what I'm saying? Because it's also all these dumbass shit. You know what I mean? So
But don't people use their
really
brains,
believe
man?
that, right? People really believe it.
But
Like,
who believes it? Like 5 idiots.
right.
Like anybody who believes that is an idiot. So I don't want to talk to idiots, man.
So for the record,
imagine
Storm.
you're gonna sit there and think that Storm decided. Like
Right. So for the record, it's not Storm. Especially, new generation, man. It's not Storm.
It's the National Olympic Committee. If you want to complain, you contact your Olympic committee in your country.
Right.
And every country had the option of which sports they want to represent at the Olympic Games. And they decide. They don't even consult the main body. They do it internally.
Right.
They decide, right? This is not a secret and it's not fucking rocket science either.
Right.
So it makes complete sense.
So when is the Olympics? Next week, right?
Yeah,
This week coming up, right? The 5th, the 6th?
Yeah, it's like 6, 7, 9, 10, something like this.
So for the breaking aspect, is it 1 day or 2 day or?
It's like 4 days.
Oh wow!
But it's like solo male, solo female, teams and something. It's all on the website or whatever. I don't even like.
So with that breaking aspect of the Youth Olympics, do they have their own stage or?
Yes.
Okay. Nice.
It's real nice, man. The effort that they've. I mean, I guess I'm allowed to talk about it. I'm not sure, but whatever. Off the record or on the record or whatever else, this is pretty exciting for them. I think initially they had that attitude that I was talking about. But as the year has gone on and they see how exciting breaking is and how excited the kids are and how professional we are, it's changed their attitude, man. And this is exactly what I was talking about. That they start to see it and they're like, yo, this thing's pretty good. And
then they're going to be like another rebel, right? Like they're going to come to us to get their advice, and we're going to be the one to advise them that, hey, this is how it should be, man. Don't do that, So yeah, I mean, that's
you can't do that from outside.
Right.
Like when Red Bull started to what Red Bull is now, it needs advisors from the scene. Where else is it going to get the judges from? Where else is it going to get the DJs from?
Right.
The opinion leaders, we're all from the scene.
And I'm telling you, it comes back to that self-hate, selfish mentality, bro. People don't see the vision. They just want to be...
Yeah, but they exclude themselves, right, with their attitude, and then they blame you. Right. So like I said, I'm not getting work because you're not getting work. You weren't getting work anyway, bro. Nobody wanted you because you're fucking toxic. I am not taking anyone's work, bro. I wish these guys would stop that myth. Nobody was bringing you. I've been judging for 20 years, man. Nobody was bringing you. I'm not sitting in your seat. I'm sitting in my fucking seat.
Right.
It's not your seat. Nobody wants to work with you. Any of these guys that have got that idea that I'm taking their work, nobody wants to work with you, bro.
But even
I'm
at
not
that,
taking your job.
it's crazy how that whole assumption is, man. That's very toxic, bro. Like I can't.
Yeah, but again, I'm telling you, it's these guys that they never grew up. They never learned how to take responsibility. They don't know how to take the blame for their own actions.
Right.
So it has to be your fault. Oh, it's got to be Tyrone. It's got to be Storm's fault that thing's not. What? The most insane thing I heard in my life.
Yo, Renegade, thank you for coming, bro. This chat's gonna end. I'm gonna let you sleep.
Let's finish on a positive note, yeah?
Yeah, go ahead. Your last
the
word,
positive note. Like, thanks for the opportunity to like say my side or whatever else. Mm-hmm. But guys, it's not a zero-sum game. The world is massive and there's loads of opportunities for everything. And nobody's taking your job. You have to create work.
30
it's
seconds.
About the pies. You have to create your pie. And you have to make it happen. Nobody's taking it away from you. And nobody's giving it to you. You have to make it happen yourself, man.
Word up. Like, no doubt. I'm with
peace
you,
to
bro.
MGK. And
hey, yo, shouts to everybody and good luck to all the Youth Olympics competitors out there. And one love.